Well, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you're all well. Slightly different this week, as you saw from the introduction. I bought myself a printer's typesetting tray. I bought it from a salvage place that also did a few odd bits of antiques. And I picked this up, thought brilliant, I know what I'm going to do with this. So I thought I'd bring you along and show you exactly what I'm going to do with it. So whilst I've got one house that's being built and I've got another house that stands empty but needs sorting, everything out of Bycroft House has been put away, and it's been put away in these drawers. And I tell you, I have got drawers upon drawers upon drawers of stuff. And what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd fill my typesetter's tray, which I've got on the wall, and I would put some bits and pieces. Now I've got a lot of books in here, so I'm not going to put obviously all the books in, but I'm going to display some of them. I've got one that's full of bedding, and I've got all my Scotty dogs. And I have got quite a few actually, and I've also got a lovely teddy bear which sits in the doll's house. Proportionally he's way out, but this particular teddy bear means quite a bit to me, so he goes in and he's always in Bycroft House. He may gravitate over to Crossley House, but for the moment he's a Bycroft bear. What else have I got? I have coat hangers, I have pots and pans for the kitchen, I've got old radiators, I have got a computer, I've got Wellington boots. So what I thought I'd do is I'm going to use this and I'm going to display some of this, all my bits and pieces. Obviously I can't display them all, but actually I can get to see them and see what I've got and see what I'm going to be dealing with further down the line. So for instance, I bought this, I think, from a fair, and I think that's rather lovely, and it sits in it's fresh flowers in a vase. So this sort of thing can go in. Now let me just show you, I'm going to take you over to this. Now this has been placed, if you can see it, has been placed over a set of plug sockets, which I did check for supply and that I wasn't going into any wiring. But I don't know whether you can see down the side, it's close to the wall and then it's not. So there is this angle going in. And so when I put things in, the idea is that they're not going to fall out because they're angled into the wall. I'm going to fill it with all sorts of bits and pieces, and this is my wall to go to when I start dressing Crossley House, and then again when I go back to doing Bycroft House, and I've revamped that. So I've got this propped up on my workbench. I'm not sure it's the best place to put it, but oops, sorry, let's move that out of the way. I've got it on the workbench. Some of the background, all these little nooks are quite dark, and I did wonder in some cases whether I could use some leftover fabric to put on the back wall, or maybe just put some wallpaper in there. But to start with, I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to display my plants and my flowers. So for instance, I've got this beautiful plant, which, you know, it sits perfectly in there. Whether I actually give it a little background so it would sit, I don't know. I actually think this whole thing would benefit. I don't have to paint, I don't have to put the wallpaper in so that it is permanently glued down, but certainly I might just nip it at the corners. But for instance, I think that looks rather lovely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure up these apertures and come back with something that will work at the back in order that you can see the object a little more clearly. So if I then grab my plant, Tom bought me many moons ago. Look at that. I think that works really nicely. I'm really pleased with that. Let's see if I can bring you, oh, I can't bring you closer. That's a shame. But there we go. I've got a plant in there and that just works. So I'm going to carry on with this. I like this sort of dotted around. There's a bit of a Mondrian going on about this. It's really quite nice. And then I've got to work in there and decide what I'm putting on this side. I really think books and pictures, but the plants I'm going to put in now. So I found myself here, all my little bunches of flowers. I found a little vase. So I'm going to pop that, I think probably down there. But those are all the flowers waiting to be used. I've got these little ones and I'm sort of feeling that I might just be able to get them in one of these. Yes, I can. So I'm going to pop one in there and I think I'll pop the yellow one down there. I'm going to move that up to there because I think it's the central bit that's going to work for me with the flowers. It's just a case of once they're in and they found some sort of balance, I'll be fine. Fighting with them a little bit, but here we go. I'm really pleased with that. That's beginning to work really well. What else have I got? So that's it for this week. Hope you've enjoyed coming along. It's been a little bit of a short one this week, but never mind. Hopefully in the next video, I'll be back in Crossley House to do all the skirting board and hopefully make something of the log fire. So I'll leave you now. Have a great week and I'll see you next week. Okay, see you soon. Bye for now. Bye.